Welcome back to RL Design Innovation. My name's Brian. Today we have a couple of projects to do for the holidays. May you celebrate Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Chinese New Year, whatever you have to give gifts, birthdays even. We're going to do it today. We have a bunch. I'm going to show you how to use your camera solution on a laser to make things real easy and quick so you can line things up, see what you're doing without sitting there marking or calculating where the laser should go. What do we have to do today? This is a test I was doing before. It's a leather keychain. I also have a leather journal. I have to customize these for some gifts. I have a pen. I'm going to do a bunch of those. And I also have some bottle openers to do. This is real hardwood. I'm going to show you how to use a couple of material settings, which I showed you in the past video, but interpolate those for different materials. Anyway, let's get going to the workstation. Let's have some fun, learn some techniques, and let's get creating gifts like we're elves for Santa Claus. Let's go. I'm going to show you how to design one, and then I have to make about 10 of these, so I'm just going to do one. So the first thing I want to do is update the overlay. Now, what I've done is I showed you in the other videos on how to take your, if I right click here, your camera settings. If you remember when you do a material thickness, you go through and you calibrate your camera alignment and all that other stuff. You export it out as a given material thickness. That's what this export is. I took the 2mm settings that I have and imported them, and then what I did a couple of tests on here, and then using X shift and Y shift, I just adjusted it because this is actually a little thicker than 2mm. It's like 2.03, something like that. So it's off a little bit. It was slightly off, so I just did that, adjusted it. Then I exported the settings out as this keychain pleather type of material. So that way I have it in the future. I don't have to go through that. So anyway, what you have to do is think of the person, of what type of keychain would benefit them. Their occupation, obviously their name, something funny, something they love. The first person that I'm doing it's for Liz, and she's becoming a police officer. So I'm going to put in there, I'm going to find a clip art that represents the police and put that on there. It'll make her real happy. Okay, so I just updated the screen and I found this graphic. So now I'm going to take the text tool and I'm going to add the name on here. I'm going to say Liz. I don't like that font. The arrow. And let's change the font to something else. Put that in the middle right here. And again, if you hit Alt-P, that will bring up, except put it on my wrong screen, that will bring up this. It doesn't look bad. Again, this is not a great image that I got, but it's the only one I could find out there. I want to move this Liz up a little bit so it's more into the center. And I'm going to zoom in right about here. Right here. So what did we do? We found an image, put a name on here, and that's it. And we're going to engrave on both sides and come back. And then what I do is I just keep switching the keychains and then just bring in the artwork. That is what I like about using a camera solution. You don't have to keep marking. You just zoom in, put what you want. Again, we're zooming in onto the board, and that's it. So let's burn this. So I focused, and now I just sent the job to be engraved. Then we'll come back. I'll show you the one side, and then I'll show you how we do it again for the other side. Show you how easy it is. Okay, so it's not really focusing that great on that, but it did come out really good. It's sharp. It just, I don't know why it's not focusing. It's focusing on me. Maybe that's why. There you go. I'll put it right here. So it came out pretty good. Now, what do we do? How do we get the other side engraved without having to go through calibrations, all that fun stuff? Okay, so I put the other side in. Now I'm going to zoom in, move over here. Let's update the overlay. You can see the clips moved, but I was able to put it in the right spot. How does that look? I think it looks pretty good. So what do I do now? I'm going to just engrave. I don't have to adjust the laser focus because I just focused this. So I'm just going to say start, burn this, or engrave it I should say, and then we should be finished. And that's how easy it is. All you do is put the keychain in, drop your image on there, do your text, and engrave. Again, I took a 2mm materials test file, my export file, brought it in, and then over here, if you go to adjust, I just played with the X shift and the Y shift a little bit, and that's it. Just to line it up, and I did that again on my test. I just lined up, it was off by like a 0.005, like very slight. Like you wouldn't be able to tell from the eye, but I like things perfectly aligned. That's all I had to do. The other thing is, folks are going to say, what about your power settings? So I use the speed of 200 and a power of 20 with the 40-watt laser. Now, if you're using, say, the 20-watt laser, you may have to adjust your speed a little bit, or your power either way, or your 10-watt, or whatever size laser you have on there. You play with the settings. I did this. Like I said, I played with it before, just checking out images, checking out different texts, just to get that feel. So let's see how it came out. Okay, so here's one side, and here's the other. Get my finger out of the way, hold it straight. It came out really good. Again, I don't know why it's not focusing on the camera that well, but it looks really good. Okay, so I put the vinyl book in here. I'm using a 2mm setting for the vinyl thickness. I'm going to load a drawing on here. I have to do 7 of these. I'll show you one, then okay, so I have this. I'm going to make this a little bigger. I'm going to put Lily's name over here, like so. Right about here. I think that looks good. Okay, so again, we're going to do 100 is the speed. 10 is the max power. Hopefully that works out well with the dithering. I don't know how that will work, but hopefully that works out well. The fill again, 100. Max power 10. Now we're just going to focus. And these are fun to do. These are nice little gifts to do for somebody, or I'm doing these for stocking stuffers. 10 speed, do 100. Now I hit Alt-P. And now we're going to start it up. Okay, hit start. The one thing is, when you're doing these vinyl notebooks, make sure you're exhausting out, because there definitely is, you know, a chemical odor when you're engraving this. It's going outside my workshop, but I still have a faint smell of it. So as I'm doing the other 5, I have like a total of 6 of these. I'm going to open the door a little bit, let some fresh air in here. So, okay, I just took them out. I wiped it off, and as you can see, it really came out very, very nice. Tilt a little bit. Pretty cool. Just on this cheap little vinyl, you could make them really nice, customize them, and all we have to do now is just put the little notepad back in, put it back in its plastic, and it is all set. Great little gift to customize also if you have a little craft fair or something like that. You have a little portable laser. Just do this real quick. It took 5 minutes to do this engraving. Not a big deal. So I hope you enjoyed all of the notebooks that we've done, the little mini journals. They came out really nice. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do little bottle openers, and I have a bunch of these to do. What I've done in the past is I had an 18mm board that I engraved for someone. This is 18.3, so it should be close enough to line it up, so I don't have to do a whole new material thickness calibration. So this should work, no problem. So I'm going to throw a blank on here, and then I'll show you how we lay it out, and then at the end I'll show you one completed. Okay, so I put the piece of wood in here, and now I'm just going to do some names or logos. So I'm going to do one for, we'll do one for Casey, like this. Put this right about here, and we're going to do both sides. I'm going to do the speed at 100, and I'm going to do 50% power. 45 did good, but I want to get a little more texture in there. I will have the little compressor on low speed just to do this. I already focused, so I don't have to focus again. So we're good to go. Again, real quick, easy these are. Once you have the alignment, especially using the camera, look how easy. I put it on and it goes. So let's get this done and I'll show you what it looks like after. So this is the bottle opener completed. And then the back, since he is a plumber, let's see if you can see that. See if it focuses a little bit. And that is a wrench. So I'm going to continue on, do the rest of the batch. So I hope you enjoyed watching the bottle openers being made and then seeing all of them completed. The next thing is taking these bamboo pens and engraving these. I have to do about 14 of them. So I'll lay out one, show you how it's done. And like before, go through all of them and then show you the finished product. Again, just trying to show you different gifts you can do, different techniques, different powers, using your laser engraver, a camera system showing you how easy it is to lay things out real quick. Let's get going. Okay, so I put this jig in here, as you can see right over here. I printed out, 3D printed this jig, and I was just testing which font, because I have about 2,000 fonts in it. I think I'm going to go with this one, a real generic font, and I'm using my 10mm material thickness. It works really good with this. I had to just do a sample and just adjust the X shift over a little bit, but other than that, it would look perfect. So I'm just going to do Brian, then I'm going to copy. I'm going to go down here. I'm going to do two, not of mine, but just a couple for everyone. So I'm going to do this one. This I'll do Casey. That there. Then I'm going to copy it and just drag it right over here, trying to line up so they're all about the same. Then I'm going to go to this one, Control V, because I already had put it into the buffer by using Control C. Now this one's going to be Shane. Whoop. This will be Shane. Now Control C, Control V. And that's what makes you allow to copy it like that. And then we're right here. J, the speed is 100, power is 35. They all look pretty good. And if I do Alt, P as in Paul, that's what we're engraving. So real straightforward, real simple. You're just putting a name on a pencil, or a pen, I should say. But the whole thing is lining up, then using your camera system to mark. This would be really a tough thing to do, because you'd have to mark each pen by itself. I know it can be done. It takes a lot of time. You see what I'm doing? All I'm doing is copying and pasting, dragging, and that's it. So it's pretty good. Let's get started. I'll show you the end result when they're done. Pen holder, the jig that I printed out. You could probably do this in wood as well, but I just 3D printed it, and it holds, a bunch of pens. What does it hold? 6 holds 10 pens at a time. I only did like 6 max on here. I had to do a lot of pens, as you saw. But anyway, we did a lot of projects today. We did a key holder, we did a journal, we did a pen holder, we did a bottle opener. Give you different ideas for Christmas and Hanukkah and Kwanzaa. Have a happy holidays, happy New Year's. Till next year, thumbs up, subscribe. A lot more projects coming. Keep sending me those questions, and I'll do videos and emails responses. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.